Hi there, this is Kang Snow, and I wanted to speak to you about your squad. I am aware that some squadrons are still backyard squads, or parking lot squads, shall we say. They are not part of formal schools. I would say that describes most of our squadrons, actually. I wanted to speak to methods to continue growing your squadrons and maintaining your squadrons, because stuff's hard after the pandemic, and I get that. And even now, my gym is still shut down, and I'm still not back indoors running a regular business. So I am a backyard squad myself. I'm a park squad, public park squad leader, and I want to tell you that you can still be successful with this. And so I wanted to run through a couple of different things that I think you should be doing to maintain your squadrons. Now, this will mean organization, and I know a lot of you don't like that, okay? But I really firmly believe that if you want your squad to stay strong and healthy, you need to be organized, okay? The reason why is because every squad will experience attrition. Nobody will stay with your squad forever, okay? You can't even stay with your squad forever. One day you will step down. That's the truth, okay? And somebody will have to take over. So, you must constantly be growing your squadron. You must be constantly bringing in new people. The first thing that you want to do is have the right language for inviting people on. So when you say something like, we meet on these days, come out and fight with us, like, that's no good. You don't want that. That's bad. It's not supposed to be a carnival attraction, right? Or, yeah, come over here and hit the balls and maybe you'll get a prize. Like, that's not what this is, right? You want people to be coming into your team and practicing and taking it seriously, right? And if you want your squads to stay strong, you cannot count on people who are just showing up randomly. Okay, that's no good. It's not going to work. Okay, you need a dedicated base of people, and to get that, you need to have the right language. Okay, so when you're asking people to come to your practice, you're already screwing up. Okay, it's not about coming to practice. Okay, it is about people joining your team. Okay, because that instills commitment, and that is important. All right, you want people who are coming in regularly. All right, a lot of you. And a lot of us, me, okay, we've been through this thing where we're begging people to come to our practice. Why? Why are we begging people to come to practice? If you are spending huge amounts of time reminding people to come to practice, you are in bad shape, okay? Now, I've seen people succeed with this, okay? I've seen people succeed with this massively even, but they couldn't keep it up, okay? I know somebody who grew a massive team in Orange County. Massive, meaning a dozen to 2 dozen people per night. That was a free outdoor club. And how did he do it? He spam messaged everyone he knew every single practice day in the morning on the shitter. No joke. That's how he got people to come out all the time, because he was constantly in people's heads and letting them know that they're wanted. That's great. Okay, if you can do that, that is excellent. But it's a lot of work, okay? And that guy burned out, and it all collapsed without him, okay? You shouldn't be having to do that. You should be finding people who want to be committed to this, okay? You should asking people to commit to the team, okay? Speaking of commitments, the factor of money comes up, which comes up to my second point here, which is to start charging if at all possible, okay? All you squad leaders, you work hard. I know you do. You work hard for your team. You work hard to try to keep your team going, and you deserve something for that. Okay, Tony's Aldua. He sets up these crazy, elaborate light rings at his practice. Okay, and he cleans it up by himself, and then he sets up a lot of it by himself. And I think he deserves something for that. And he's got loaner equipment, and that stuff wears down. Okay, and Tony commits to being there. That deserves something. And then also I charge him money to be part of the. I charge him money to be part of the league. Okay, so he deserves to have that reimbursed through his members. Okay. I know a lot of you are not comfortable charging money, and that's because of the kind of setup that you have. I'm not saying it's simple to just switch to a paid model, but it's not as hard as you might think. Okay. Let's say that you've got a squad already. Let's say you have a dedicated crew of 6 people or something like that, you know, and you need to start charging money. Okay, you want to start charging money. Well, obviously those funds can help the squad. Also, it can help you reimburse your time and your effort a little bit. But I think the most important part, honestly, is to create the commitment that we were just talking about. Joining that team. Okay, what does it mean to join that team? Well, it means you're going to pay in to support the team. It means you're going to sign this waiver. Okay, and it means that you are going to commit to joining the squad. You're going to represent the squad in competition. You know, it isn't. You know, obviously you don't have to force them to come. Okay, but you know, these are steps they have to take. You know, you have to they have to have a little bit of buy-in. Okay. Now I know that's hard when you start, okay, especially if you're using a squad that hasn't been paying any dues, okay. I get that. So one of the best ways you could do this to start, okay, is you can either keep your current members free, okay, so they don't need to pay in anything, okay, but all your new members will, okay. Because when your new members show up and they say, okay, so what's the deal? What's going on with this? And you just tell them, oh yeah, you come here and we do some fencing, we learn a little bit, and then we go hang out afterwards. We do ask for a membership fee of XX amount. And then they're like, okay, cool. Why did they say that? Well, because they don't know any better, right? They don't know everyone before them isn't paying in a dime. They don't know, okay? So that's a great way you can begin. And once you get that ball rolling, it'll be much, much easier down the road, you know? And then once you have those numbers up and the base is like strong, you can come back around to those squad members and say, hey guys, we've done a great job, you know, powering up this squad, and thanks for helping us get it going. Thanks for committing to helping it become strong and bring in these new members. But now we really do need at least some support from you guys, you know, and I hope that you'll consider it worthwhile, and if you don't, then let's work something out, you know. And you can do that or not, you know, it's up to you. You could even give them a 6-month coupon or something like that, you know. Hey guys, hey guys and gals, I'm starting to charge now, but I need you guys here, so I'm going to have you guys sign up, or I'd like you guys to please sign up, but here's a coupon for where it's free for 6 months, okay. And if the squad still isn't growing, then I'll extend the coupon, you know, something like that. Okay, it takes a little bit of negotiation, a little bit of charisma here. Okay, you need to be a little bit creative. Okay, this is all about being a good manager. Okay, so that is a way that you can start charging money for your squad, and that's going to help you out a lot. Okay, not just because the money's good; it's good to get some money in. Okay, but because it creates commitment, and you don't have to sit on the john every fucking morning trying to beg people to come to practice. Okay. Remember, it's not about begging people to come to practice. It's about getting people to join your team, okay? Remember, combine that along with your charge model, okay? That's critical, okay? What else? Well, as far as joining the squad goes, it is important to convey that you are part of Lightspeed Saber League, okay? That, you know, we're having a great year right now, okay? We started the tournament series, and everyone's running tournaments. I am so happy to see all these tournaments running, you know, and I hope that this does wonders for your teams, because I know that's doing really great stuff for the league right now, and I thank you all so much for putting in this effort, okay? But I believe that this is helping everybody, okay? But remind people that they're part of the league and that the squad is part of the league. Use your waivers, okay? Use those waivers. We're all using the same waiver, okay? We're all using the same online waiver. And when you have somebody join, you sign out the waiver online at lightspeedsaber.com/waiver, it asks what squad they're applying to, you know, okay? And it allows them to see all the other squads that are part of it, you know? And that creates a strong sense of community and belonging, and size. Okay, it gives the sense that they are joining something larger than themselves. Okay, your squad by itself may not seem like a lot, okay, especially if it's small. Maybe you'll only have 4 people or something like that. But when they see those waivers and they see those other teams, that gives them a greater sense of weight that you may not be able to get on your own. Okay, use those waivers; they will help you. Okay, it's important. Some other stuff that will help your team run better. Okay, especially if you want to charge money. I think I'm on my point 4 right now. Start at a regular time. Okay, this takes discipline. All right, some of your squads are kind of more like hangouts. It's more like a hangout, and you happen to fight a little bit. Okay, and there's a real problem when you, as a captain, you don't start at a regular time, and nothing happens until enough people show up. Okay, and then of course other people, they stop showing up because they start showing up later and later because no one is there early, right? And it gets worse and worse. Okay, and as captain, you've got to try to clamp down on when you start. Okay, if you want your team to be serious, okay, and if you want your team to grow properly, okay, you do need to try to start at a regular time. And you want to resist the urge to try to wait. Okay, I wait a little bit sometimes, depending, but I generally start exactly at 7 p.m. Okay, I start the stretching. I don't care if there's only one other person. We do it anyway. Okay, we start the stretch, and if people show up late, they'll see that we've already started moving. We're already going. Okay, and they'll understand. Hey, this happens whether you're here or not. This happens whether you're. Nobody's gonna wait for you. Okay, and you're gonna miss out. Okay, you're gonna miss on stuff. Okay. Point 5 is to have planned activities. Okay, it's not as hard as it sounds. If you look at the Irvine Discord, you'll see that I post a schedule of things that happen. I have a regular set of things that I do, and they just repeat. And sometimes other things are happening, so in that case I just replace it with something else. But here's some of the things that I have regularly right now. Bout night, that's a night where we focus on ref bouts, okay, with points. We've also got friends night. That's the night there where I do sit on the shitter and I and I invite people out. Okay, I only do it on friends night because I'm not going to burn myself out trying to invite people out to my practices. Okay, but I have a particular night, friends night. Okay, that's the night. Anyone can come from wherever. Okay, everyone can bring a friend. They don't have to pay anything. Okay, that's friends night. We've also got super workout night. That's the night where I program a particularly rigorous cardio workout. I do program workouts. Okay, for every night, and on those nights I do a particularly hard one. We've got tag team night. That was super popular the first time we ran one. In that case, we combined it to teams, and it's bout night except it's team bouts. Okay, and that was super fun. Okay, I can't wait for the next one. We've got alternate weapon night. This is a night where we may not do Lightspeed. We may do other things. So we may do mid-grade blades and just mess around a little bit. We may do soft sword we may do buffers. Okay. We've even been doing epee, actually. Me and John each have an epee with buzzers, and I actually plan to use some of the funds that we got recently to purchase a few more epees, and that helps keep it exciting. We can mess around and do different things. Okay. We've also got hangout night. That's the night we are all going to go out and eat after practice. Okay. Won't be every night. Okay, but at least one night a month we're going to do that, so that's good. All right. Good night to get to know people. And okay, games night. So that's the night where we're gonna do like group fighting games. You know, I don't like group fighting. Okay, I don't like melees, but some people do. You know, and so I'm gonna try to program a few of those things in. And you know, despite everything that's going on, it's not as hard as it sounds. I have this set of things that are up, and I just set them for each session. So the first session is super workout night. The second session is friends night. Third session is bout night. Fourth session is hangout night. Fifth session is alternate weapon night. I don't even have to know what day it is of the month. I just put it in that order, you know, and that makes sure that everything happens at a regular pace, you know. We've also got practice tournament night, the night where we're actually going to keep score, and I'm going to assign someone to lead the practice tournament, and they're actually going to calculate stuff. It is my secret plan to get people to be able to run tournaments without me. So all of these are things that you can put on your nights, and you can think of all kinds of things, you know, and you can do those things to keep things exciting, okay, and put it on a schedule. And because you have people who will show up specifically for certain things, okay, but it varies all the time. And it's a lot of fun. I've actually been really been enjoying this setup because I have things to look out. I have things to be excited for. It just took a little bit of work to start with, and then after that, it was simple. Okay. Let's go to bullet 6. Those are different things to do per night. But you want to do different things per day too. My Irvine sessions pretty much always start with stretching. Then we do either a warm-up workout or warm-up drills, and then we'll go into timed sparring, okay. And then after that, depending what the time is like, maybe we'll go into self-ref bouts, okay. So that means that people aren't just sparring; they're going to fight each other with points, but they're going to score it themselves, okay. And then towards the end of the night, maybe we'll do bouts, you know. And then somewhere in there, when we're tired, I may stick in a lesson or something like that, or some kind of drill, something for people to learn, you know. It's a great opportunity for people to take a breath, you know. And then at 9 p.m., I run our cardio for the evening, and the idea being that we've just spent 2 hours fighting, and then I will blast you in the last 20 to 30 minutes, and you'll go home exhausted, which is I like that feeling, you know, and I feel like it's a great capstone to the night, you know, and I think everyone's getting stronger and faster because of that. Okay. So yeah, that's my bullet 6. The point is, you're doing a lot of different things, and what I mentioned earlier about having a lot of people or little people. If your team doesn't have a lot of people, okay, then you need to vary up what you're doing. If you only have 4 people, you can't just fight each other. That's gonna get boring real fast, right? Everyone will go home. You've got to vary it up. You've got to do different things. You got to stretch. You got to warm up. You got to play some drills. You got to learn something. Then you can spar. Then you can have bouts. Then you can have a team bout. Then you can use a different weapon. Okay, you've got to vary up what you're doing. Okay. Or else it's always going to be boring between those 4 people, okay? And you got to have something going on, okay? Because if people are going to walk by and see you, you've got to be there for a decent amount of time, okay? If you just show up, fight for, you know, the 4 of you, the 4 of you only have, 3 matches or something like that? That's only 3 matches or something like that? Let's see. 5 and 5 is 10 matches. So 4 and 4 is 6 matches, I believe, okay? That's done in like 30 minutes or less, okay? And then you're just sitting around, and no one's gonna see you fighting with lightsabers, right? That's the most important thing you have to be doing. You gotta be fighting with lightsabers so people can see you, right? It's meant to be seen. If you're done in 20 minutes, then it's over. It's not gonna work, okay? You're wasting the most important aspect of what you've got, okay? So if your squad is small, then differentiate what you're doing, okay? Get a list of things to do and start doing them, okay? It keeps it exciting, keeps it interesting for your squad, okay? And it also keeps your activity high, okay? That's gonna help you keep on growing your squad. I guess I'm on point 7 or 8 at this point. When new people come to talk to you, okay? Try to get their information, okay? Try to see if you can get their contact so that you can just say that, hey, would you like me to send you some more info? Can I get your information? Okay. Then you get their contact, and then you can send them some info like lightspeedsaber.com or something like that, you know, and maybe send them our resources page where they can find links to buy the equipment. Okay, that's important. Okay. And then, you know, send them the socials for your squad. Okay, tell them to please follow. And then remind them to show up, okay? A lot of people are like, hey, yeah, we were gonna come. But remember, people are busy, okay? They're doing all kinds of things, okay? It is an attention economy, all right? You gotta get people's attention. And the truth is, people like to go where they're wanted, okay? And when you when you contact them and say, hey, are you coming? People are way more likely to just come, even when because people are tired. They're gonna come after work. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm so hungry. I'm not gonna go today. I'm busy. I'm lazy. Okay, it's the gym problem. Okay, you need friends. You need people. You need your teammates, your squad mates to motivate you. You know, everyone needs that. Okay, so when new people come, get their information, get their info. Okay, and then just offer to send them a little bit more information so you can help them out, and then encourage them to come out. Okay, and you know, get them to come out once, twice, whatever, and try to get them to commit to coming again. Okay, and then you know, it's up to you how you handle this, but you know, again, rounding back to the first part, you got to ask them to join the team, to practice, to get better. Okay, as part of Lightspeed Saber League, the world's fastest light-based fencing, the best. I'm sorry. The best damned lightsaber system in the freaking world. Okay, and you should express that. Okay, if you believe it, if you believe that, then you should express that. Okay, because if you're excited, they'll be excited too. Okay, number eight. Here is a major problem I've been seeing. Okay, especially with squads that have light rings. Okay, I think multiple squads are too focused on bouting, meaning you have matches. Okay, and you love your ring, you love your light ring. Okay, I get it, but the way that most light rings are set up, and your standard Lightspeed Saber box is 15 by 30, that takes up a lot of room. Okay, and it takes time to set up. And once you have a ring, you know, you don't get a sense that anyone else can be in the ring except for 2 people. That takes up a lot of space. Okay, that's a lot of space that could be used for groups of people to spar. Okay, when people walk by, they should see a bunch of people with lightsabers. Okay, that is way more impressive than just 2. Okay, because that really gives a sense of a lot of action. Okay, some of you practice in parking lots. Okay, you have natural lines in the floor. Okay, you can use those as little mini boxes for lots of people to practice in. Okay, you should have at least some portion of your night dedicated to just open sparring without the box. Okay, so you can pack in a lot of people with a lot of action. That generates great photography. Okay, look at Lightspeed Saber Irvine. We get people lined up in rows, and it generates great video. It looks like a lot of shit is happening, because a lot of shit is happening. Okay, that is good for you. Okay, that is good. You want that. Okay. So my number 8 is not to set up your light ring too early. Okay, try to spend some time. Again, differentiate your night. Try to have at least part of your night dedicated to getting a decent amount of practice and sparring for everyone who's there. Okay, so they get a good amount of exercise. Okay, a good leader is someone who is going to lead people to do the best thing or the right thing. Okay. There's a lot I could say in terms of politics, but even at this level, it matters. And as leader, you should know what's best. You should know the right thing to do, and you should be someone who is encouraging and pushing everyone to do the things that are going to make them better, the things that are going to make them honestly enjoy the night more. You know, the truth is, a lot of people need to be told what to do. You know, they're not going to be self-starters. They're not going to do things on their own. Okay, and they do need you to lead. Okay, and they often want you to lead. Okay, and so don't feel bad about that. Obviously, there's a right way and a wrong way. It can be a fine touch, but the important thing to understand is that it does matter, and a lot of people do want to be led to a certain extent. Okay, and so often they want to be pushed to do things that they don't want to do, but they do want to do it. Okay, so think about that and try to explore these options a little bit and see what works for you. Okay. All right, I've been talking for 30 minutes. I did not expect that. I only wrote down 5 bullets and I came up with 8. It looks like so. Anyway, I want your teams to thrive. Okay, it does. I want you to be proud of your squads. I want you to enjoy yourself out there, and I don't want you to feel like you got to keep on going, trying to run something that is dying. Okay, that sucks. That feels bad. I've been through that. I have, and you know, it took some thought to to figure out how to do all this stuff. And it was only within the last few months when our membership started to get hurt a little bit in Irvine that I really started to push members to start paying in. Many of them were paying in, but a lot of the older ones were not, you know. And so I had to do a little bit to get them paying in. And now again, we have a bunch of memberships in now, so we've got good funding coming in for Irvine right now. I had to change my language. Okay, I stopped telling people to come to practice. I started telling them join the team. Okay, I only tell people to come to practice if I know they're already on the team, if they're already paying in. Okay, starting at regular times. That's always been a strength of mine. I've always been good about that. I've always been good about the waivers. The theme nights, yeah, that's new. That's a new thing. But I love it. It's been working out really, really well. I'm really enjoying it. And you know what? And don't forget, you know, if you do these, you gotta announce it on social media. You gotta let people know what's going on. What's the plan tonight? Yeah, try to vary it up. Okay, have a plan. Have a plan. Okay. Let people know that you're putting time into this, okay? The better you can do all of these things, the more likely that you can charge money for this and get people truly properly contributing to the squad and committing to the squad, okay? All of this works together in tandem, okay? All right, so I think that's it. And thank you for listening, and I do hope that this will help you out. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will do my best to get back to you, okay? May the force be with you, and Kingston out. Bye.